In second grade, a boy in my class looked at me during a group discussion and said, "You talk a lot for a girl who isn't even that smart." The room went quiet for a second. Then a few people laughed. I remember feeling my face burn, not because I didn't know the answer, I did, but because suddenly it felt dangerous to show it. I didn't say anything back. I just stared at my paper and let the conversation go on without me. Later that day, I replayed the sentence in my head over and over again. "You talk a lot for a girl who isn't even that smart." It wasn't just an insult. It was a warning. It told me that speaking up as a girl didn't just invite disagreement, it invited judgment. That confidence would be punished, not challenged. After that, I started editing myself before I spoke. I raised my hand less. I softened my answers. I said sorry before sentences that didn't need it, not because I believed him, but because I didn't want to give anyone else a reason to say it again. That comment lasted longer than any homework assignment or test score. It didn't disappear when the year ended. It followed me into new classrooms, new groups, new conversations, and it taught me something early, that for girls, intelligence isn't just about being right. It's about knowing when being right will cost you. That classroom moment reveals a much bigger pattern, one that repeats itself in schools, workplaces, medias, and homes. Girls are raised to be quiet, polite, and gentle. If they're assertive, they're bossy. If they're emotional, they're dramatic. Meanwhile, boys get praised for showing the exact same traits. It's not just a double standard. It's a whole system of gender stereotypes that decides, often without us noticing, who is encouraged to speak and who is taught to stay quiet. And these stereotypes aren't harmless labels. They shape what kids believe about themselves. One study found that by age 6, many girls already assume boys are smarter. 6 years old, an age when most kids think glitter is a food group, and yet girls are already doubting their intelligence. Those doubts don't just stay in kindergarten. They follow girls into classrooms, friendships, and the quiet moments where confidence is built or lost. So today, I want to do 3 things. First, show where these stereotypes come from. Second, explain how they affect the way girls grow up and lead. And third, talk about what we can actually do to shut them down as students, teachers, and future leaders. First, where do these stereotypes come from? From a young age, girls are told exactly what society expects from them and what it doesn't. They're told to be polite, be careful, and my personal favorite, let the boys handle it. As if boys are born with a built-in instruction manual. Even toys send messages. Boys get Legos, cars, and action figures, things that build, move, or explore. Girls get dolls, toy kitchens, and sometimes miniature vacuum cleaners. Nothing screams dream big like being handed a plastic mop at age 4. Generational beliefs only add fuel to the fire. For decades, society praised the perfect housewife while side-eyeing women who dared to dream outside the living room. And even today, when women enter male-dominated fields, sports, science, business, they're still judged as too aggressive, as though confidence is some personality flaw. Sports show this double standard clearly. Boys who show athletic ability are praised for being talented. Girls who do the same are labeled manly or trying too hard. And apparently trying is only a problem when girls do it. All these messages pile up until girls start believing sports and leaderships are for boys. Second, what's the impact? One of the biggest effects of gender stereotypes is that girls start to hold back. Not because they suddenly have nothing to say. Trust me, we all know that's not true. But because they're afraid of being criticized for saying it. They stop raising their hands. They stop volunteering. They stop showing pride in their work. Over time, that hesitation becomes a habit. When girls grow up hearing that boys are smarter, stronger, or more natural leaders, it changes what they attempt. It influences what classes they take, what careers they imagine, and whether they feel allowed to be ambitious. And social media doesn't help either. Online, the ideal woman is often shown cooking in a spotless kitchen, doing skincare routines with 47 steps, or decorating homes that look like they belong in a magazine. And there's nothing wrong with those choices unless they're presented as the only choice. Girls start thinking that they need to be cute, quiet, and aesthetic instead of bold, loud, or daring. So, by middle or high school, the result is pretty obvious. Girls don't just do less, they believe they are less. And that's exactly how stereotypes quietly turn into limits. Third, what can we do about it? Now, here's the good news. Stereotypes aren't laws of nature. They're habits, and habits can be broken. Girls need spaces where they can lead, express emotion, and take risks without being labeled bossy. If a girl shows confidence, don't punish her for it. Celebrate it. Clubs like Girls in Leadership, Speech and Debate, and coding groups help girls develop voices so strong they can't be ignored. You don't need superpowers to stop stereotypes. Just a sentence or two. If someone claims girls can't play basketball, you can respond with, "Have you seen the WNBA?" Small corrections can make a huge impact. Cheer for girls' teams like you cheer for boys. Encourage friends to try robotics or to run for the student government. Confidence grows faster when you know people are rooting for you, kind of like plants grow faster when you remember to water them. And finally, be the example. If you're a girl who loves science, go for it. If you're a boy who loves cooking or art, go for it. Every time someone goes against stereotypes, the world gets a little wider for everyone else. We may not be able to erase stereotypes overnight. If I could, trust me, I'd have done it already. But we can stop repeating them. Change starts the moment we decide that old beliefs don't get to decide what girls or boys are capable of. Because no one should grow up learning to shrink. Not in second grade, not ever. Thank you.